Yes, we are saying that, of course, money mongers, our biggest focus is actually understanding the concept of economics. Economics, of course, why are we talking about economics? We talk about economics because it is the heart of every part of your life. Whatever thing you're doing, if you don't master the art of economics, then I don't think you would even succeed in life. So, and I pray that in the near future we may make economics a major subject so that it becomes compulsory for everyone to understand. Rather than making entrepreneurship a compulsory, why not make economics compulsory? Because economics honestly is the heart of this world. Everything is motivated by economics. And by economics I mean business. Like, how do we get goods and services on the market? How do we sell our goods on the market? And whatever we are doing is being motivated by that. So understanding economics is going to be one of your best decisions you have ever made. And here on Money Mongers, we are determined to get you the best working economics, that the people who have made it in life, we are going to bring them on board. The people who have we shall study the lives of those people who are successful when it comes to finances. And I'm calling up, get on our different streaming platforms, Facebook, YouTube, YoTV, etc. Just be there and make sure that you learn with us. And of course, you can always be part of this show. If you want, we are intending to start having a live show, which means you can be part of our audience as we share these great principles and aspects. Personally, I've given in my life to study more about economics. I studied more about religion. I think I got better. Of course, we are studying more about health. You need to be physically sounding. You're spiritual, of course, that's religion. And so many other subjects you've studied. And some of you are so good in those subjects. But the question is, if you don't make finances your major subject, tell me, how are you going to get well? Because your life is determined by economics. So today I want to talk about much of the 4 steps that I think, if you're going to start your journey of financial liberty, if you're going to liberate yourself financially, these are the 4 steps you got to go through. If your company is suffering in terms of sales, if you're not realizing good profits, if you're not making good sales, you got to go through 4 steps. If you want to develop your level from one level to another, if you want to get better at anything, there are 4 major steps you got to go through. If you master these steps, you'll be better. And I promise you, at the end of this program, you'll have known these 4 steps Angel has to go through to become the best at whatever he has chosen to be. Whether you're an artist, whether you're studying music, whether you're studying medicine, whether you're studying engineering, whatever subject you've chosen to master. And I would ask you politely that you also choose to master finances. Honestly, people are looking for money and they don't understand what is money. Even they don't know how to get it. So it's a surprise that person I worked so many years when I didn't understand. And yet I studied this formal education. I majored in economics. I got an A in HSC, but I never understood it until I started studying it differently, the way that we are going to study it here, that I started saying, okay, I think I was messing up. And there are so many people who are messing up with their economics. Now, if you're going to raise your money, let's say you want to make 100 million at this end of the year, the question is, how much are you supposed to make? In 10 months, you got to make each month 10 million. And that is now the process we want to go through. How do you target a certain figure and hit it? How many businesses or enterprises do you want to start? And which are these 4 steps you got to go through for you to own those things that you want to own? They are proven by everyone. Everyone talks about them, and of course I think it's high time you know. And they're too simple and easy. But remember, what is easy to understand is also easy not to understand, because it's that easy. Why? Because we are brought up in an environment where difficulty is a virtue. Everyone wants it the hard way, yet there is always an easy way. And I'm wondering why one has to always find a hard way when there is always an easy way. I'll give you an example to those who believe in the Bible and the Quran and other spiritual books, maybe also quote here. But it doesn't matter whether you believe in it or not. What matters is which lesson can you get from there. There is this story of creation where God creates Adam and Eve, and then what happens? They are blessed, they are in a place according to the Bible and the Quran. This place was the most beautiful place. There was no hassle, which means initially human beings are not created to hustle. But you normally hear people say we are hustling, we are hustling. We are not supposed to hustle because initially, according to the Bible, we are not supposed to hustle. Until man said, no, I need to hustle. And then Adam decided for the rest of generations to hustle. Still, there was an opportunity for the seeds of Adam and Eve not to hustle. How do we know that? One, of course, is called Cain, another one is Abel. Cain is the old brother of Abel. Now, what happens, cutting the story short, because this is not the gist of the whole program, cutting the story short, Cain decided to dig. Abel decided to rear animals. Now, what I want to remind you is that Abel was not supposed to create animals. Animals were already created. All he needed to do was to tame them and domesticate them, because initially all animals were wild. So Cain, the only job Abel had was to tame these animals. And remember, I think even then they were not that bad. They were friendly to human beings because all creation was perfect. I think that's what God says, that after the creation of everything, on the 6th day he saw everything was perfect, and then he creates man of his own kind so that he can look after his creation, which